Oh yeah, shit's getting real. What's going on, people? It's your boy Brass Tax in this bitch. You already know. How you guys do? This is a long time coming. I wanted to do it back in November, but goddamn, it's still December. Something else could beat the top spot. There could be other great 4K transfers out here. So I've waited till December and we're ready for a top 10 list in this bitch. Before I start with this top 10 list, I want to say one thing. This top 10 4K transfer list is exactly that. It's a motherfucking transfer list. It's not a movie review list. It's not about best movies, because some of these movies on these transfers would not even be on my top 40. I'll keep it 100% real with you. We're talking transfers. I think most people would agree with 1 to 3, but 4 onwards, you could change things around. You know, it's subjective. This is my personal opinion. It's not a reflection of the movie itself. The movie may be stellar, but the transfer may be, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to go through the shit. But before we do, we're going to go through some honorable mentions in this bitch. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Decent movie. I wasn't as big a fan of it as everyone else was, but okay, decent movie. Martial arts looked very cool. The transfer was very, very nice, but it was let down by the HDR a little bit, in my opinion, which is why I didn't make the final cut. X-Men Apocalypse, a very strong showing from the X-Men franchise in terms of movie and in terms of transfer. Very, very good. But compared to the top 10, I couldn't add it in the list. Deadpool, one of my favorite films. I love the movie. The detail on that 4K is superb. The HDR, you see things in that movie that you didn't see on the 1080p Blu-ray. Great movie once again, but just wasn't a strong enough transfer to make the top 10. Sicario. This movie was in my top 10, but I changed it around last minute because there was something which I felt was a little bit better that needed to go in that top 10 spot. Now I know a lot of you are already watching saying, God damn, he fucked up. Sicario should have been in your top 10. And if it's in your top 10, you know what? I totally understand that. It is a beautiful, beautiful transfer from the HDR to the detail. It is beautiful. No hate at all. But in my opinion, there were just some titles which were a little better. A little better. The Martian, reference quality 4K. In Mars. Back on the scenes on Earth, it was decent, which is why I didn't make the cut. It wasn't consistent all the way through. But once again, a nice showcase piece for your 4K collection. Guys, that's pretty much it in terms of the honorable mentions. But if any of these titles were in your top 10 list, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Stellar. You know, making this top 10 list is one of the hardest fucking things I've done. Jesus Christ. I must have spent like an hour, a couple hours just trying to figure out what goes where. So I just decided, number 4 to number 10, you can shift them around wherever you want. Number 3, 2, and 1, I'm pretty sure in my opinion on that. Pacific Rim. This movie was gorgeous in 3D. There's a part of me that's still got a soft spot for the 3D of it, but the 4K of it, just the HDR and the level of detail was immense. It was an already stellar 1080p transfer. It was an already stellar 3D transfer. And the 4K just added to it. In terms of visual fidelity, this is the best version of the movie you're gonna get, and it's gorgeous. A good movie to showcase your 4K, especially that fight that takes place in the city. Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting for me to enjoy it as much as I did, but I did. Mad Max Fury Road. Loved it in 3D. The 4K is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The HDR, the rich colors, the level of detail on the sand. This movie lets you know what HDR really brings to a movie, because the difference between this and the 1080p in terms of color spectrum, there's a big fucking difference, guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful transfer, and it's a good fucking movie. Charlize Theron, you look beautiful in your movies, minus Monster, yeah? Because that was some other shit. But besides Monster, if you happen to be watching this, baby, you could DM me, baby. Another movie I wasn't expecting to enjoy in this bitch, but god damn, I love this movie. Tarzan. Good movie, enjoyable movie, fantastic transfer. The jungle scenes, gorgeous. HDR, gorgeous. Detail, an obvious improvement. The CGI was also very good in this movie. You can show this shit off without even thinking twice. There's so many good moments that show off the 4K in this movie. It's a really good movie. Not to mention Margot Robbie. We already had a conversation a couple of reviews ago, baby. You already know how I feel. You look beautiful in 4K. God damn. I didn't like this movie too much. I think it was boring. I think it could have been a much better movie. The 3D of this was very good, but the 4K is gorgeous, and that is Exodus. I remember watching this demo of Exodus when I was looking to buy a 4K TV, and seriously, it's gorgeous. The level of detail in this movie is very, very noticeable from the offset. This movie really is a beautiful showcase for your 4K television, for HDR as well. It's very bright, very vibrant. Regardless of how shitty the movie is, some of the set pieces in the movie really do show off HDR and 4K to its full potential. I enjoyed this movie more than I think a lot of people did. It is slow, but I thought it was pretty decent. It's not one of those movies I would watch again. The 3D of this, once again, was exceptional. But the 4K Blu-ray, night and day difference. Jesus Christ. The Heart of the Sea. Jesus Christ. This movie almost looked too good. Sharp, detailed, vibrant. The scenes in the ocean with the whales. Now, the whales looked a bit suspect in this bitch, but goddamn, it's a beautiful, beautiful transfer. The level of detail just blows the 1080p Blu-ray out of the motherfucking water. It is that good. It is a great motherfucking Blu-ray. The movie is not bad, it's not shit, but it's not bad, okay? You're not gonna watch it again. As far as 4K transfers go, it's one of the best of them. Another movie that I'm not particularly fond of, I was expecting great things from this director because I've enjoyed some of his previous movies, for sure. But this one was disappointing. I didn't give a fuck about the characters. I didn't really give a fuck about the movie. I didn't even remember the movie afterwards. The Blu-ray was already good. The 4K was even better. And I have to give props to Sony, because Sony bring out really, really good 4K transfers 90% of the time. Really good transfers, really strong. Now, they co-founded Blu-ray, so I would expect nothing less from them. And you'll see, from now on in, a lot of those titles are going to be Sony, because Sony just know how to handle 4K beautifully. This title is Chappie. Chappie is an okay movie, but Jesus Christ, the transfer on this bad boy is superb. Sharpness, detail, once again. There's a scene where, you know, the Chappie gets set on fire and the HDR just makes you feel like that shit's popping out of the screen. It really is a stellar, stellar 4K release. And, you know, pick it up if you want, but pick it up when it's discounted in this bitch. God damn. It is a beautiful 4K transfer. Another offering from Sony in this bitch. Quite possibly one of the worst superhero sequels there are. And that is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The movie itself was shit. And you have any 4K Blu-ray enthusiasts out there? I know plenty. This movie is gonna be in their collection. And you're gonna say to yourself, why? Because this movie was balls. The answer is very, very simple, yeah? The 4K Blu-ray transfer. My God. Spider-Man's outfit, just everything. You see so many little details in this movie. When Spider-Man first runs into Electro, just the little battle they have, the electricity, everything just jumps out of the screen. The HDR is so strong in this movie, and the level of detail, you're gonna notice so many things in this movie that you didn't notice on the 1080p Blu-ray. It's a night and day difference in this bitch. It really is a fucking amazing 4K Blu-ray. Sometimes I'll be putting this on when people come around just to show them this is what it's all about in this bitch. And because it's a superhero movie, it's nice and vibrant, so colors just pop off the screen. It's even got a very nice three-dimensional look to it. It just pops. But the movie, shitty. The Shallows. Great, great, great movie. Simple movie. I really liked it. And I know you guys probably, some of you have seen my review on this movie. I told you I watched the 1080p and I thought to myself, man, this movie has the perfect implementation for HDR. And boy, did it. This movie is better in 4K on every conceivable level. The ocean looks beautiful. The settings look beautiful. Blake Lively, you look beautiful as hell in 4K, baby. You look almost as good as he knew in real life. It's nasty. Sharp, detailed, a nice three-dimensional look, depth, just wow. I said it once, I say it again. Lucy, Scarlett Johansson, Scarlett, we on a first name basis now, baby. Those lips in 4K. I can't wait till they bring out Avengers in 4K. I want to see Black Widow in splendid 4K. God damn. This movie is worth top 10 based on Scarlett Johansson alone. God damn. You already know. Lucy is a gorgeous transfer. I like the movie. The movie itself is very divisive. Some people hate it. I loved it. It was actually a 4K sleeper hit. I wasn't expecting it to look as good as it did. Jesus Christ. It is a beautiful transfer on every level. Yeah, some people probably have this as number one. It is beautiful. It is amazing. Depth, detail once again, HDR once again. You will know you are watching one of the finest 4K presentations within the opening 10 seconds. There's a scene with an ape or a chimp or whatever the fuck it is. That shit looked like it's sitting in the room with you. You look like Scarlett Johansson sitting in the room with you as well, baby. Now, if only Scarlett Johansson was sitting in the room with us. God damn, I'm pretty sure most of us won't be watching a movie. Number one, you already know. The Revenant, Leonardo DiCaprio. Movie, simple, but fantastic. He won an Oscar for this shit, long overdue. He should have won an Oscar for plenty of other movies he's done in the past, but much deserved. The movie should have won Oscars. I don't know how many Oscars the movie did win, but it deserved every accolade it got, without question. This movie not only is beautifully shot, it's a beautiful, stellar, top-tier transfer. It's the gold standard of 4K Blu-ray. What helps the movie with 4K is the way it's shot and the locations it's shot in. It was also shot with a 6K camera, which obviously helps. And think about it, people. Most of these movies are 2K digital intermediates. This is the movie you show to everyone. Just the textures, the detail is second to none. I've actually never seen a movie look so good, in all honesty. I really haven't. That bear scene, I'm still traumatized by that shit. And seeing that shit in 4K, god damn. This movie has everything. I can't fault anything in this movie. There's not 1 second of the movie I saw where the quality dropped. Cinematography as well, just beautiful. This is a stunner. This should be in everyone's 4K collection, unquestionably. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous, it is the gold standard, and there have been movies which have come close, in my opinion, but not quite past it. And I'm hoping that changes. This is what every 4K disc should aspire to be on this level. It is fantastic. The one, unquestionably. Please comment and tell me your thoughts. What's your top 10 list? Or top 5 or whatever. How would you put them and how would you number them? I'm sure it'd be different to mine or whatever, but I'm pretty sure the top 2, 3 would be pretty much the same. But I really want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think about this list and give me your own list. I'm really interested to hear. If you like this video, just hit the like button or hit the dislike button. It doesn't make any difference, but you gotta subscribe on this bitch. Anyway, guys, I'ma go. You take care and I'll catch you guys next time.